startup in Nigeria is tough, but this man did it and has transformed the entire hospitality industry. Meet the brain behind a software that has helped hotels and apartment owners boost profit, simplify bookings, and transform their entire businesses. If you're dreaming of building something great in Nigeria, this story will inspire you.
Theophilus Onojetah is the Chief Operations Officer and co-founder of Busy Online Inventory Solutions, popularly called BusyRooms.com. BusyRoom is a service-focused company that uses the existing software of online travel agencies to manage hotels' presence online. These hotels ranges from boutique hotels, service apartments, to even the big hotels. The BusyRooms.com was inspired by the need of hoteliers and hotel owners in search for trustworthy hands who understands technology, e-commerce, and are consistent in the industry.
One of the things that inspired us has to do with industry gap as regards how online travel agent platforms operate. So there is a huge gap. We have hotel owners, we have hotel managers who run businesses. They know that people are able to book online through platforms, but they don't know how to be able to manage all of those systems. So for example, we have properties who have offered services to certain guests on certain platforms, and then they have owed millions of naira, and then they don't even know how to get their funds. We also have cases of people having fake bookings, fraudulent bookings, fraudulent engagements, listing properties on international platforms without a clear partnership, or a clear agreement. So this has greatly affected the industry. So you are interviewing somebody in the industry, the person within a year has worked in 4 or 5 hotels. So because of the high turnover of staffing, it's important that you have some sort of stability. You have a system that is able to keep you and be consistent. So like I usually say that soldier go, soldier come, the barracks always remain. So we are the barracks in the hospitality industry. We have tried as much as possible to support our partners and remain constant.
With over 2 decades of combined experience, the founders built trust over the years in the industry. They acquired properties, trained competent hands, and the rest is history.
They are able to maintain trust and transparency over the years. You can't do business anywhere in the world, and particularly in Nigeria, if you cannot build trust with your clients. And that is basically what we have been able to do over the few years. One and only true intention, particularly in BusyRooms, is to turn your rooms into treasure. So you have a lot of hotels that have vacant rooms, they're not making money out of it, it's just there. So we want to turn your rooms into treasure, and that's our slogan, that's our motto, that's what we believe that BusyRooms is all about.
I believe you have challenges and struggles.
Yeah.
So I would like to know, what are your challenges? Because you are talking and saying everything is cool, everything is okay. What are your struggles?
Okay. Earlier on, I did mention about the high staff turnover in the hospitality industry. It's a blessing, but yet it is a cost. It's a cost because people just come in and then they leave. Okay. For the internal operations of the hotel, it is a cost. Okay, it's bad. You bring in somebody, you train the person, and in a month or in less than 90 days, the person is gone. Okay, so it also affects our business because we have come to train you, I've told you, okay, so when there's an online guest, this is how you treat the guests and all of that. And then in less than 90 days or in less than a few weeks, you're out of that place. Somebody else come, the person knows nothing about it, you're having to repeat the same process over again. It's a great issue. The other thing we have to deal with is dealing with untrained front office staff. Yeah, it's terrible in Nigeria. Quality service is quite bad. It's quite an issue in Nigeria. There's another third thing I want to also talk about is the fact that we have certain individuals that are fraudulent. Building a business like this requires trust, requires transparency, and when you have fraudulent individuals in the industry who are discrediting the industry, making even people to not want to book online, and you're like, I don't do online stuff, and then to the extent that you have hotel owners or business owners saying that, see, when it comes to online stuff, I'm not interested. Anybody that wants to book my hotel should walk into the front desk and then make their payment and all that. So we have all of these that we are backing. But one of the things we have tried to do in the past 3 years and 5 months in BusyRooms is to ensure that we are transparent, we are trustworthy, and I can say today, no hotel in Nigeria can boast or say that BusyRooms is owing them a dime.
My next question is, at what point did things turn around?
If it is a breakthrough, as it were, because we've been in the industry, we worked with organizations prior to starting BusyRooms, and one of the things that we can say is that we started almost at an instant to understand the industry. We have made sacrifices before now while we were working for the organization, building trust, building relationship. I used to say this, that where I worked before, till today, people still have my name and the company I worked with. Okay, so if you call the name of that company today, what comes to their mind is Theophilus, or what comes to their mind is Philips. They are not thinking of the MD or the founder of the company. It's because we're able to build quality relationship while we were working. So we have built that relationship, we have made the sacrifices, and we are doing everything to see that the system that we are building now is growing, okay? And we intend to keep it at that. We cannot say we have accomplished so much, sincerely. We are doing our best. We have put in a lot in the last 3 years and 5 months, and we are trusting God that as we continue this, we'll do this for as long as possible. We are solving a problem, and as long as that problem remains, we will keep solving it until that is up. But in Nigeria today, nobody can tell. Another problem will spring up as somebody has the will and solve the problem.
Okay. A lot of people are thinking of, starting up things. What are your advice for future founders?
They should come and pay for massacres. Because of course there's nothing like even in Freetown. But the truth is, because I'm a believer, I believe strongly in what is God saying about what you want to do. Why do you want to do what you want to do? A lot of people want to do certain things because they want to make money. And if making money is what is driving you, you are certainly not going to make the money like you should. Because if you eventually do, it is what is going to drive you. And then there will be no place for trust, there will be no place for transparency. That hunger to make money will just drive you overboard. So however, what I always say to anybody that wants to start up anything is that wherever you are at the moment, working in any capacity in any organization, it's very important that you give all of your heart. Okay? Give your best, put your best foot forward, and trust God to open your eyes to problems around you. I can say that for myself and for my partner, that sincerely, when we were working with our former organization, we were not looking forward to starting up a company. Okay, we just put our best foot forward, and it was obvious that we were best already. We're good at what we're doing. But in the midst of all of these, certain issues came around, and then the company we're working for had to leave Nigeria. And leaving Nigeria, left the Nigerian market, we get started in industry, it's going to be stranded. And unfortunately for us, let me use that word, my partner and I, people were still calling us Alpha. These guys are checking to my hotel. When am I getting my payment? And they got mails from my former organization that we are going to stop servicing you on this matter and all of that. But they didn't want to hear that. They needed a solution. So we had to rise up to the occasion and solve that real problem for the people. So trust God, like I said earlier on. Be good at where you are. Put your best foot forward. Trust that God is the one leading you into what you want to do. In all your ways, acknowledge Him, and you can be sure that He will direct your path. And more importantly, don't look for the title founder CEO. Okay? Be deliberate. Have the intention that you want to solve real problems. And if you want to solve real problems, I can assure you that the money will chase you, and you will be tired of it. But just acknowledge God more importantly and let Him direct your path.
The highlight for me is the fact that first, you need to actually find a problem you're solving. Like, you're not just going into business for the profit sake. You should create a solution to something, find a problem, solve the problem, and then when you give value, of course, the money will come. Instead of chasing, okay, I want to be a CEO for the money. No, rather solve problem, then the money will come. And then the fact that integrity, it would always speak for you. And the precedents you set, you're really looking forward to starting up a business, but because of how much you served, you were able to, you had the nose of, oh, something is wrong here, you need to fix it. And that was why you started up your own thing. It's quite interesting. Thank you so much for letting us in on your wealth of experience and knowledge. Thank you so much. So you've heard him. If you want to create the next big thing in Nigeria, stop dreaming and stop thinking. You can start now. But the most important thing is seek to create solution to problems. In Nigerian, a whole lot of things are wrong in Nigeria. Instead of jackpotting, why not think of solution and then be paid for it? What do you think? So if you are a strong believer of Nigerian innovations, ensure to like this video, subscribe, and share with friends. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.